So we need to go back to the layer. We right click on it and choose blending option. Gradient overlay. Now we have to work on the style of the gradient. So we have to select here and make sure we choose reflected. So having choose reflected, then we have to come to the layer style again and choose bevel and emboss. Then having choose bevel and emboss, then you have to come to the style. You have to make the technique chisel hard. So when you make the technique chisel hard, then you have to control the opacity, the depth. So making it 1/15. Then you have to come to the glass contours and choose this. Then set the angle to be 120 degree. Then make sure the global light is checked. Set the altitude to be 30. Then make sure the anti-lace is checked. Then come down below here and make the opacity 85. Then change the mode to screen. Then make the opacity 75%. Then come to the width, to the depth, and make sure you increase it. Until you are satisfied with the effect. Okay, so then click on OK. Now go back to the layer style, right click on it and choose blending option again. Now this time around we're going to work with inner glow. You have to double click on this and choose your inner glow. Now we have to make the opacity, increase the opacity. Then we have to change the blend mode to multiply. Then we have to change the color from this point here, and we make the red to 32. Then we make the green 31. The green should be 130, and we make the black 35. Let me see, 31. Then we click on OK. Then we increase the opacity to 65. Then we increase the choke. Increase the size. Then the technique, softman. So we have to reduce the opacity and click on OK. All right. So we need to look for the original layer. Then we have to come down here and select the layer style, then blending options. So this time around we need to work with stroke. So we have to come here and double click on the stroke to choose the stroke option. Now the stroke should be you have to change the stroke color. Then we click on OK. And we make it outside. So we can increase the stroke size. As much. Okay. So we can change the blend mode to multiply. Now we can play with bevel and emboss. We double click on it to select bevel and emboss. Now we change the format to chisel hard. Then we have to increase the size. So the direction downward. Then the size can be increased or so. Make it soft. Then the highlight can as well be screened. Everything is good. Then we can increase the opacity here, and we can increase the size here. So we can see the reflection of the gold. We can increase the depth. Can make the 70%, 70 degree. You can increase the opacity. Let's see, 100%, that's much. All right. With that, we can click on OK.